Wait, oh, wow. English is hard. All right, for everyone joining us, this is the second game of a best of three between Fortnite and Legion. This is for the ggClassic, and this is the best of 16 currently. And next week there will be the semifinal or quarterfinals, I believe. And I also think semifinals. I'm not exactly sure, but you definitely need to check out next week. Also pay attention to like Reddit or League of Legends forums where they will be posting information about this. And luckily this time we did not see any bans on Alistair, so hopefully they will have the correct teams.
Actually, if you pay attention there, you'll see that we didn't actually see a ban of anything that they pick, which is of course very, very useful since they are going to get into this game and this round.
It's a really good strategy.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta take a sip of my lemonade. Yummy.
So jealous. All I have is this water. Ugh.
Oh, that is just not as strong.
And I'm kind of interested to see that Tristan's actually running Flash Heal. Well, I'm assuming easily for team or for team games, you don't really run that Flash Ignite. That I see a lot of Tristanas running solo queue, but I'm really curious to see who wins lane because Tristana gets denied so hard by that Caitlyn early on in terms of range, but Tristana actually does pass her, I believe, around level 16, 15. But she will get more range than her, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to see how well Caitlyn can kind of harass Tristana and kind of prevent her from farming too much.
Because of the passive there, yeah, she is gonna... Tristana is gonna catch up and even surpass Caitlyn. Caitlyn obviously does have the... I believe it is the longest range of any AD from level 1. So we're gonna see how that turns out. Like I said before, it's a very pokey bottom lane that we'll see. And it's gonna be interesting to see how Jan and Tristana sort of play against that. I'm thinking we are going to see a quite passive play from them and a bit more aggressive play from Sona and Caitlyn early on. And
right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also very excited about the junglers here to see how they utilize their potential. I like Alistar in the jungle, I really do. I think he has way more potential than some people give him, or give him credit to.
I think he's one of those junglers, if you don't have a really strong early game with him in ganks, then he will just fall off way too hard late game. I mean, he can go really tanky, and with his ultimate he'll be extremely tanky, but he just kind of falls off. I mean, if you have to build straight tank, you have no damage, and I mean, all you'll do is just CC the enemy team, and you don't really harass him too much. You can't really push, someone out of a fight as Alistair. But I mean, you're definitely right. He is a really strong jungler, definitely early game, and I'm gonna try to follow him around because I think all the action is gonna focus around him through most of this game.
He is the center of the focus for this game. Is that what you're saying? Let's see. So in terms of early aggression, before we go in here, we have 2-minute delay before we actually start this game. What do you think? We do have some quite early level 1 potential from TF with his gold card, and they have some nice damage to follow that up with, but against Ryze, Alistar, Cho'Gath, I'm thinking Legion will be the team that actually goes for any aggression here if they are to.
Right, they have a really strong, they have a pretty good engage, but Fortnite really has a really strong disengage as well. They have that Sun ultimate that they can blow to really stop them from doing that. But then again, if Fortnite tries to be aggressive, you have Janna who can really counter initiate as well. So it's kind of like who can catch someone off guard, actually start a fight, and not get counter engaged by them. And one thing I think is really funny is that TF versus Ryze. So we saw TF played by Prolly last game on Legion, and now Kramer's playing him for Fortnite. So they switched, so he's playing TF now, and I really want to see if he's going to be like, hey, I saw you play TF, but this is how you play him correctly, since Prolly did lose really heavily against Kramer on Morgana.
Yes, very, very interesting. We are 1 minute left before we go into the loading screen. Like, if this game is anywhere near the game we had before, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be a happy, happy man.
I'm being told here in chat that you actually did a voice for the Swedish version of Pokemon.
Who is telling you that?
That is Dark Dunane.
Dark Dunane, yeah. He is one of
true?
He is one of the plant lovers that have been following me for a while. This is actually true. I went for those of you who actually follow Pokemon or know anything about it. I made the voice for the Swedish version of the what's it called? The N4 bosses that you encounter. They're called something. Elite Four, I think.
The Elite Four, yeah.
So one of those was called in one of the games was called Volkner, I think. And he had, or that was actually Jimmy. I don't know anything about the lore, man. But it was Volkner, and then there was Flint, I think. And one of those I actually made the voice for, and that was extremely fun. It was like I went into a studio and I screamed and made weird sounds, and you probably realized that I was very comfortable there.
I'm confused on how you do a voice though. Like, is it like a Game Boy version of Pokemon that we're talking about, or is it like Pokemon Stadium or something?
It's not the actual game; it's the series that go on the television.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know. I thought it was the game they were talking about. Wow, that is intense.
So yeah, it was extremely fun, and I did there was a lot of poke battles, and you can imagine like a lot of screaming like quick attack, tackle, and fire giggity of doom, and all that kind of cool stuff.
I'm gonna look this up and find it, and then I'm gonna like post it somewhere just so I can show everyone.
Oh, don't do that, man! It's embarrassing.
Like, hey, I recognize that voice. I know a star.
I actually found like it seldom comes up into conversation, but one time when it did, there was actually a huge Pokemon nerd sitting quite close to me at the party, and he was like, he actually stood up and screamed because he actually realized he actually knew a lot about the Pokemon, and he knew which character I was. And he was like, I watched that episode like before, and now I know it's you, and I just came a little,
That's okay,
that's awkward.
Did not expect that.
That's what I said as well. Look at Jana here being a bit aggressive, poking. That's a weird word. No, it's not. It's actually a good word. She actually has a vision, but yeah, she heard the trap.
No. Actually, she was trying to put that ward over the bush because you can actually ward like through the wall, I believe, and she missed it. That's what I'm gonna say happened.
Yeah. All right. I was thinking she actually heard the trap go down in the brush and actually didn't. Yeah, but maybe that was the reason. They're going aggressive here. Alistar obviously in the front row there is going to lead his team Legion through these brushes. And yeah, Team For Not right now are quite split up, so we're probably not going to see a level 1 go down here.
And actually, one thing I want to point out is that Rise is actually running a utility tree. He's running 21 utility, I believe, because he does have a mana pot with 3 pots as well. So that's kind of interesting to see him run utility. He's going to have that XP advantage, obviously. He's also going to get more gold on assists if he went for that tree, and maybe a little GP5, depending. And not to mention the spell vamp as well. So that'd be really curious to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, very interesting. Tristana here is going to recall to not miss out on too many minions. Meanwhile, we see that Team For Not is actually going for their blue, so we're just going to see a little switcheroo in the jungle. But they don't actually know where they are, so they are being a bit careful here. But there we see Gangplank. I think they know, actually. I'm going to take that back. I think they have a good side because they do have that clairvoyance now. So yeah.
Oh, if you check on the vision, actually that purple ward by Legion actually picked up that TF, so they know they're doing it. And we also see a ward out of For Not here in this bush by River, so they actually saw Legion coming through as well. So both teams actually knowing where their team is and take each other's buffs.
Did you see that Alistar was quite low there? I was hoping that Lee Sin would actually have gone in, but it was probably wise that he didn't. He could have cleared those creeps though, and reset the blue for Gangplank and TF in mid, but he didn't. He actually didn't want to miss out on any minions top, I guess. Alistar was there for a while. Now he's gonna head down through the river and maybe gank early mid. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I really like that ward that he's walking by right now because it really gave For Not the vision to see if Alistar was going back in his own jungle. Lee Sin didn't see him go through that, so he knew he was going to be top lane to try to go for a gank and kind of really play passive until he left. And now we see Alistar sitting there, and Kramer sees him coming. He sees that Alistar right there, or he knew he was right in that bush, and he's still even being a little aggressive. And Alistar might be able to get this combo, and wow, blowing the flash at TF. So now TF is flashes against his Rise and Alistar. So
I'm going to go ahead and say Matrix. That was insane.
And maybe we'll see another game from Alistar coming through pretty soon, just because he knows that flash is down, and he has his flash up to. Actually, no, he does not have his flash up. Sorry, to engage. But hopefully, we'll see some action there, and yeah, and there's actually some action top lane. I'm quite surprised. Cho'Gath's actually pushing Lee Sin out of lane, and Cho'Gath is running, I believe, that Iron Cho'Gath build. He has armor pretty much in every room. He's sitting at 94 MR or armor at level 3.
Very strong against the Lee Sin, so that is probably why he's gaining that dominance right now. And it's a well played Cho'Gath in this situation because Lee Sin is not gonna have a trouble last hitting, I guess, but Cho'Gath can actually be aggressive. Whereas I was actually expecting him to maybe be a bit more passive. But as you can see, like you're saying, he's putting down some nice damage on Lee Sin actually, and he's pushed back to his turret.
And actually see a little bit of action here in Legion's jungle. We see Gangplank
Ooh.
and Alistair just do like a ring around, not notice each other. But he's going to come down and see him at the race here, and we're going to see a little bit of a fight. And wow, Alistair's actually running away from him towards that Rise, and we see Tip coming in as well from River. And Alistair's going down, wow, to that GP. And Rise is sitting here, just has his flash up to get away though, and we'll just run away. But wow, that Alistair he had no escape, and he kind of like ran the wrong way. He ran towards River to actually get some help from Rise, but he could have went towards that bush instead and potentially been saved. So wow, really good job by Dan in there to pick up first blood, and really has an advantage now. By killing Alistair right there, he really allows every other lane to be aggressive right now and not really worry about a gank. And we see him coming top lane as well.
This is going to be scary. Ignite goes down. We see that he pops his Q there, and this is going to be enough. He's going to go for sneaky teleport. No, it's not going to be enough. I like that ballsy move though, but very, very well played by Gangplank here, grabbing that early kill on Alistar first blood, and then also doing a very successful gank top. Yeah, Alistar, the problem with Alistar here is that he cannot do anything about the GP early levels with double buff. He just cannot do that, and that was just a very beautiful invade. Gangplank knew exactly what he had to do, and he did it beautifully. Here Alistar is coming in mid actually, and TF does not have that flash. Rune Prison is going down. He's going to be able to pick off a Rise before he goes down though. No, it's going to be close though. It's going to be very close. 40 HP is what Rise gets away with.
And Rise picking it up with that Ignite there. That was really nice to see. And I just want to talk about actually GP and Alistar are going to be engaging here and getting a little fight. And GP is obviously going to win this because he has no health and Alistar has no flash to get away. So now Alistar's going to be forced to back out again, and he's going to be super slow in the jungle. And I just want to talk about how you're saying GP is kind of really annoying because he can go many paths and like poke out, come back in a jungle, and not really worry too much. And you just saw right there, he's really using that to his advantage. I mean, he invaded, got that kill on Alistar, and then went top lane right after, got helped get second blood for his team.
Yep. Haven't seen a lot from bottom. I haven't looked at bottom that much. We see that Caitlyn is going back for her first time with 43 minions. Tristana went back with 26, so I do believe that we have been having that poke battle going down the way that we predicted it would be, like Caitlyn and Sona putting the pain on Tristana and Janna there, I think.
Exactly, yeah. And this Lee Sin do 2 Dorn's Blades against the Shogun.
Yeah.
Well, actually won his Ninja Tab, so 180 armor now. I don't know, Lee Sin really can't hurt him too much, but he just at least wants to secure that CS by getting his Dorn's Blades. And we see TF actually won his own jungle again to make sure to prevent any Alistar ganks, and we'll be heading back to lane with a ring. And Rise actually shut out from getting his tiers, so he's actually going from Catalyst to survive in lane.
Ooh, that is very annoying for Rise. Like, you really want to get that fast tier.
And what do you think about Janna with the recent changes, where her shield, once it's gone, the AD boost you get from it is gone?
Like I realize the need for it, but you know, it's a very disappointing nerf, of course, because you know, the AD is the target that is going to be focused down, and as soon as that happens, like 3 or 4 auto attacks, or maybe even less than that, shield is going to count for nothing. But you know, Alistar here is maybe going to get caught by a gold card. We see that he has a ward, so he might even be able to catch up. GPC is going to give him attack speed and movement speed there, and he's going to pursue this Alistar, but it's not going to be enough. He's drawing another gold card and yeah, getting that onto him. Alistar again pushed out, and now GP is free to invade. There's nothing there. Actually, there is something there, something very important there. There is a blue buff that they can claim, although CV goes down, and we are going to see something going on right now. This is not good.
Tristana coming.
Yeah. They're getting zoned in here, sandwiched in here, I should say, and GP is flashing that very, very beautiful counter aggression here with the GP ult. Caitlyn is using her 19 caliber net to get over the wall, and now we might even see a dive on Janna. GP is tanking that turret with his blue buff and his non-num, and is it going to be enough? Oh, clutch flash from Janna, and now TF is getting caught in that room.
Oh,
here comes Alistar. Oh! That pulverize just does a lot of... Oh, Tristana jumping in as well. TF so low, trying to do something. He cannot do anything right now. He's way too low. Tristana's going to do a flash. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not going to be enough. She's going to turn and focus on this Rise. And wow, what a team fight that was. Wow. Even Cho'Gath teleported down to help them out. And are we going to see a Drake here?
Yeah, it looks like we will. That was such a turnaround. It looked like Fortnite completely had that genre right there.
Yeah.
You see Alistar coming in from River, gets I believe it was a triple knockup, a triple pulverize onto Fortnite, and really just turned that around. I mean, Tristana jumped on top of him, and just so much damage went out. And as I said, that Cho got teleported down, and that's gonna be first dragon for Legion here.
Yeah, very, very well executed team fight, and the fact that Janna just did a clutch last second flash just set him up for everything, because they didn't grab the kill. TF got caught on the turret, and then Alistar came the long way around and just went hello, poof, and knocked them all up. And that was just very, very good. Although they do get the turret, early turret top for Team Fortnite here, trying to balance that out a bit since they lost the Drake.
Right, yeah, and if you notice that Tristana actually flashed towards that TF to pick up the kill on him, but she attacked moves to get to him, and unfortunately she got turned around. She really wanted to like get that kill on him, and then she could jump again on top to slow him. So I mean, it could have been a 4 kills for Legion there, but unfortunately that little hiccup happened, and she wasn't able to pick up that extra kill on the TF.
Yeah.
And Rise, wow, sorry, with that fight, he came back with his Catalyst, came back to lane his tier, so he is good to go now.
He is very much good to go, exactly.
Possible.
I'm sorry about interrupting you there. I didn't quite catch what you said there.
And Lee Sin was actually trying to steal Legion's red buff here, but does get chased away, and he's still being aggressive when this Rise is middle, and Alistar's trying to take it down, and Alistar knows he's there because he saw that minion get hit by his Sonic Wave, so hopefully he'll just back out. I mean, Dr. Trevor really has nothing to do right now. He got his tower down, he can't really farm up there anymore, and he's just trying to roam around and gank, but Legion's done a really good job of not giving him the ability to do that, not getting in a position to allow it to happen.
Yeah, so right now Alistar is moving down towards mid. He might even bump into Lee Sin here. Ward goes down just in time, and he spots him. Lee Sin getting one little auto attack on that ward, but it's not going to be enough to bring it down because you need 3 of them. And yeah, so Lee Sin can now go up and do something again. But like you said, when that lane is pushed, he doesn't really have anything to do.
Right.
Meanwhile, bottom.
Look at Shogath. Actually, no, go ahead.
Yeah, meanwhile, bottom, we saw some aggression from Tristana, who now has that blue, which is, you know, Tristana is not a very frequently skill shot used champion in that way, but blue is always nice. You can.
So some action in the middle. We see Alistar chase down this TF and actually push him out of lane. And now GP's going after this Alistar, who actually pops his ultimate. And it looks like GP might go down here, getting extremely low. And Alistar is going to be diving for it. His headbutt is off cooldown and does pick up that kill. And this case. And this TF maybe trying to go in for it, but if he does ulti into there, he will die to that Alistar. And he's trying to chase him away. Mount Lee Sin's coming down as well. And what a dive. Wow, I really expected Alistar to die. And that Rise come down to help secure Alistar's escape, and wow, so Legion picking up another kill here.
Yeah, well played, Alistar. I must say that I was, you know, thinking, what are you doing right now? You cannot go and turret dive right now. TF is coming back around, but that was just very well executed and very, very well min-maxed, getting out on like 5% HP. That is just a well played dive right there.
Right, and I want to point out, I was trying to talk about this earlier, is that Shogath edges a chain vest. He has his Glacial Shroud now. He's going for like a ridiculous amount of armor. And which is really smart, because if you look at Fortnite, they have a Lee Sin, they have a GP, they have a Caitlyn. And TF's the only source of AP right now. And I mean, he does have 61 CS and 1 death, but I mean, he can't really do too much of that Cho'Gath. You know, Cho'Gath can at least dodge his card or his wild cards. You know, he won't take too much damage, but he'll be so strong against Fortnite, which is just that's so much armor. It's so bad for them. He cannot be killed by them except by that TF.
We are going to see a quick Frozen Heart from his side, like you say, a very, very smart choice. And that is just so annoying if you're playing AD. If you see a quick Frozen Heart, it's just it can completely shut down your efficiency in team fights. Janna here taking some major damage bottom, and that is the poke that we were talking about. She actually got to half HP in an instant there because Caitlyn landed her Pilt over Pacemaker, and that just does a lot of damage early on.
Right, and looking at CS, we see Caitlyn at 105 compared to Tristana's 75. So Caitlyn really using that range to her advantage, really harassed early on, and really wants to secure as much CS to get that as far ahead as she can of that Tristana before Tristana kind of, you know, catches up to her in terms of range and damage. Yeah,
I think they've just utilized their pokiness well, and Tristana Janna being a bit scared of the harass potential from Caitlyn and Sona has just not been keeping up with those last hits as much. TF is throwing a gold card in mid. They're kind of dancing around. Here comes Shogath though, and he's gonna face take that brush. TF's gonna have to flash over. He did not want to get caught there. That would have been scary.
Yeah, that would have been really bad, and that's unfortunate for him. He had actually bows flash, and now he's susceptible to another gank from Alistar, who is actually being aggressive with his wards. He's really trying to control any kind of ganks coming out from GP, because GP did do really well so far. I mean, he's 2-2, or he was 2-0, but now he's 2-2, and he's trying to really shut him down to hold him back in game. And I see him trying to run away. GP kind of maybe gonna steal one here, or no, he's just gonna pick up that Wraith, and we're gonna go back to seeing some farm happening. This game not as eventful as the last one, unfortunately, but
not yet.
We can take a look at items in CS though right now.
Yeah, so we do see, again, like we said, a big advantage of for Caitlyn versus that Tristana. 30 CS, that does a lot. We are probably going to see her come back with a BF Sword based item right now. Probably the first component is going to be the BF Sword, as it usually is. And yeah, I wonder what item Tristana is going to go for. I think she's going to have to match Caitlyn with an Infinity Edge.
I'm really curious to see how early Caitlyn goes for that Lost Whisper, because she has to have it now.
Yeah.
Like, if that choke gets in her face, she cannot hurt him at all. And I'm expecting to see an Aegis out of this Alistar, potentially. Well, at least in in about 10 minutes. That's actually a really good item on it. I mean, Shrilla's Aegis, you kind of go with a support build. But the thing is, if you have a Janna in bot lane, you can't really afford to go heavy support. I mean, you don't really have that strong of a presence in a fight, minus your, you know, CC.
Do you know what I would do? Oh god, I actually got tabbed down there.
Sounds really bad.
It's not too bad, it's not too bad. Alistar walking through the river, Sona placing down a ward at the Drake just as it spawns, and Alistar is looking to do something mid. No, he's gonna back off. What I would do, maybe, I'm not too sure about it, but I might, you know, instinctively go for a Black Cleaver on Caitlyn here, because it is a bit more of an early game item, and that might be advantageous if they go for the Drake. Actually, we're seeing some aggression on Alistar. He's gonna pop his ultimate to survive. Is it gonna be enough though? He's getting extremely low. He's gonna go into the mid lane, making sure that they focus him instead of Ryze to prevent that that kill on him. And now we see that Team Fortnite is in a great position to grab this Drake.
You know, apparently Alistar's actually having some really bad lag at the moment, and got caught right there, which is really unfortunate for them, man. I wish there really was a pause feature for this. To, you know, like, just hold it for a second, and I don't know, maybe Fortnite will be really, I can't think of the word, really nice competitors, and really just kind of play a little, calm down a little bit. Maybe Alistar's ping will go away and just kind of sit back and not push.
That is unfortunate, yeah. Very, very
sportsmanship. That's the word. English is hard.
It is. We see that Cho'Gath is backing off here. Is he scared that he will get ganked? I must be it, because what I would probably want to see is that he pushed down that turret to actually compensate for the fact that they lost that Drake there. But yeah, he's gonna go and farm the jungle instead. Rather safe than sorry, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, by keeping that tower up, he is also forcing Lee Sin to stay top lane and kind of keep him from roaming around too much. And this gives like Cho'Gath the ability to roam around once that lane's pushed. So I mean, I would assume that's the reasoning behind it. But you're definitely right. I mean, another tower for them would be really nice, because that Cho'Gath is just. Yeah. Look at him, he's so tanky. 122 CS compared to Lee Sin's 107, so like you could not kill that Cho'Gath if he roamed around. And Caitlyn actually going for that Bloodthirster.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think is actually a pretty smart item, because you go like Bloodthirster.
So I'm going to interrupt you here. We're going to see some action top. Alistar is moving in with the red buff. Lee Sin is way pushed up, and no turret obviously there. He has the turret behind him, but yeah, he's going to fall back with his safeguard there. Cho'Gath is actually rushing the Guardian's Angel before that Frozen Heart, and that is going to be annoying as well. Two very annoying items. So you were saying about the Bloodthirster there?
Oh yeah, Bloodthirster Fan is just a really nice item for AD carries. Like I typically go that with almost every AD carry, depending on the other team necessary or for specific things. But I mean, you go that, and you have so much AD in lane, you have so much sustain in lane, and not to mention, Tristana might actually be going for Bloodthirster as well, with her 700 gold. But I mean, if you're going to Bloodthirster Fan Answer, you gotta make sure to get that Last Whisper out. You have to get that out to like do any damage. Like that's the problem with Ashe, is that you have to get that Last Whisper pretty early.
Yep.
Typically your second or third item, but. I mean, she's doing really well. I mean, 150 CS compared to Tristana's 127.
Yeah.
So she's definitely still doing really well in lane, and I'm really curious to see what ends up happening with her items as they develop.
Yeah. Team Fortnite is pinging the position Alistar is standing in. They know that he is standing there because they have a ward at the Drake, so they saw him coming, even though they don't have vision right now. But yeah, Bloodthirster. Oh, Alistar is actually moving in, doing a ballsy move. That rocket jump is not going to be in range. He's going to flash in and hit Sona, though. The pull right is going to go up. GP ult goes down. Here comes TF to support them, and that gold card is going to go down on Janna. But Janna using her Monsoon, very well placed Monsoon. But yeah, TF is going to pick up Janna. Alistar is in way bad position. TF should actually turn around. I don't think he will be. Oh, actually he will. That Caitlyn ult is going to be enough. Well played. Grabbing 3 kills there on bottom, 3-0. Well played, definitely. I was going to say that he should probably turn around and focus on Alistar. But yeah, that ultimate, Caitlyn going split vision style and killing Alistar while popping the ultimate on Tristana. Very well played.
That was, wow, really good job by Dan in there to really provide that counter gank. I mean, you were saying they knew Alistar was there, and as we can see, they did, and he kind of just stayed at turret, waited for them to engage onto Bloodwater and Parole, and then kind of just countered it, and then you had TF as well ulti in, and that gave him a really nice 3-for-0 exchange. It really really kind of gives them a lead now because they have 3 turrets compared to Legion's 1.
Yeah, Rice did a good job grabbing the mid turret to sort of compensate, but yeah, that was a very it made a lot. It made a lot of difference, that team fight in that those turrets that they grabbed. Definitely, because before that they were actually very even. Like I think even completely even. I think it was 24.4k for both teams there at a point.
Right. I'm really curious, actually, Lee Sin engaging her on this Rise a little bit, and it's like, oh crap, and has to run away. But I want to point out, look at Lee Sin's gold. He has 3,000 gold. I want to see what items it to go. I'm assuming he's gonna go like Frozen Mallet. But you know, that's only about half that gold. He still has another like 1,100 to go.
Yep.
And not to mention, let's see, we have Caitlyn with 1,500 gold again. We have TF with 1,600. Looks like he's actually gonna stay. Actually, no, he has enough to pick up his Rob on, so maybe he might be just staying maybe to get his Sheen when he comes back as well. And there we go. Actually, no, Lee Sin going for our last Whisper. Wow.
That's actually smart. Like, he is in a position right now to deal damage and take more of a aggressive role. And I like the fact that he's actually taking advantage of that and going a bit less tanky and a bit more damage. I like it. And in terms of Bloodthirster, it's been nerfed in the latest patch, and I think I would call it a nerf, absolutely, but it's been sort of remade in the sense of how it works. Like, it turned to a stacking item that you need full stacks to get the max potential and you don't really want to die, to a what's it called, like early potential snowballing item, because an early Bloodthirster is sort of a very safe item right now. It's not very risky. You don't lose that many stacks when you die. You still have nice lifesteal and you still have nice damage. But you are, like you're saying, you are gonna have to get that Infinity Edge eventually.
And yeah, I was actually wanting to mention that I believe it was Morello talked about in a Champion Spotlight, saying, you know, they're really not happy with how, you know, if you die when you have the Bloodthirster, it's like, hey, hold on, guys, you know, give me a chance to pick up 40 more minions before we fight again. It's kind of makes things too slow, and just by reducing the stacks to half and changing the lifesteal around, I think it makes it like a really more interesting item to see, because we see a lot more team fights instead of, you know, a lot of passive play.
Yeah.
And wow, TF actually going for Boots of Swiftness.
Ooh, I like that. That is surprising. I usually, like, sometimes I will get that when I play Urgot. Because he is sort of a surprising character, because people seldom play against him. You can surprise that even more with some a continuous sustained movement speed that is slightly above the others. So that is interesting indeed.
Yeah, and it looks like GP, I'm actually not sure what item he's going for. That Killjoy might be going for Spirit Visage? Wait, I'm not sure.
Where is he? There he is.
Oh, he has okay, so he has a Kindle Gem, but he has no Philostone, so he can't be building that into a Shirelia's. And I'm not sure what he's going to be going for that item.
It's very interesting to see. I think we might actually see a Shirelia's anyway, because I think it would be very nice in the setup. E goes down, and here we're going to see a team fight, maybe. No, they're going to back off. Actually, they Rice get caught with a gold card there, and that is probably going to be enough damage. No, he's going to flash out. The Ignite is going to pick him up. Oh, extremely long kick from Lee Sin, picking up that kill where it was really needed. TF doing a good job with his cards, picking up a kill on Janna, and we see Tristana way out of position as well. Wow, did you see that? Did you see that leap that he did?
Actually, I was paying attention to the double knockup they did on Sona. We saw Shogat and Alistair both knock up that Sona at the same time and really prevented her ultimate, which, I mean, in the end, it didn't work out too well, but it was really smart play on their part to kind of maybe stop that. But no, I didn't see that leap, and it looks like they're actually going for Baron now, so Fortnite really coming hard this game.
Yeah,
it looks like
very well
they're coming. They might actually be able to pick up this game and take it to a third game.
Yeah, obviously they did win the last game, so if this is if they lose this game, we are going to see another game, which we, of course, would like to.
Of course.
So, yeah, what happened was that Rice got extremely low due to TF's combo. And is he going to grab that turret in mid? No, he's going to have to run away. Yep. Are the minions going to pick it up, though? Ooh, it's going to be close. 20 damage, 20 HP is what it ends up with. Okay, so, yeah, what happened was that Rice got extremely low, and that last tick of Ignite left him at about, like, 10 HP or something. And what happened was that Lee Sin had, prior to his flash, landed his Q. So obviously he just tapped that Q again, and just flew across the entire field where they were battling it out, and just, you know, poof, went and got the last hit on that. It was just very fun to see how he flew through Alistar and through these beefy targets like Shogath, and just went for that kill. And now we see... sorry, I
just want to point out that GP actually built in a Zeki's Herald, which is an amazing item for his team, which completely I brain farted on, because they have so much AD. And TF... did they get that?
Ooh,
no,
I don't think they did, no.
Actually got that. But we see, actually, wow, Dan on GP flashing in, trying to slow this Janna, who actually is going to get by Caitlyn and take him down.
Beautiful.
Just that Phantom Dance, you see how strong it is. And now Rise is kind of scared, running away, but he will be picked off here by that movement speed. And wow, look how fast TF is running with ggClassic's E and his Boots of Swiftness. That's insane, but yeah, that Ziggy's Herald that GP built, such a perfect item since they have so much AD. And Caitlyn, Lee Sin, GP, they will do so much damage. It gives Caitlyn that extra amount of lifesteal, and wow, really good job on his card.
Yeah. Again, some situational items builds that we're seeing here, and it's obviously very great. Tristana poking away at GP, but he's tanky enough to take it. Although Lee Sin is not, maybe. Yeah, he's taking more damage because he has actually built damage himself, like we said before. But right now, are we going to see some aggression? No, they are probably going to grab this inhibitor and fall back. Wow, that crit actually hurts from Tristana still, even though she's a bit less farmed. And meanwhile, in mid, Alistar is extremely low, and this is very scary for him. TF is going to catch up. Oh, yeah, he's popping that ultimate. Well played by Alistar. Is he going to get away, though?
And now Lee Sin's coming around, though.
Yeah,
cut him off.
And we do see that TF is actually almost catching up to him, and that is going to be a cue of doom in his face. But TF was catching up to him there due to the fact that he has boost of swiftness. So that's also nice to see that damage in action. I mean, that item in action. Gosh, I'm getting so excited I can't really talk. Please take over.
It seems really unfortunate for Legion that Alistar's actually lagging out pretty bad, it seems. Having like 200 ping, because his deaths early on really kind of set the tone for the game, and just really unfortunate. Yeah. And I want to talk about that Rise, that fight in the middle we saw where Lee Sin jumped past Alistar and Cho'Gath, and that Rise is building his Frozen Heart first. As you see, he has no MR. I mean, he went for a Woda instead of Banshee's Veil, and that's due to Fortnite having so much attack damage. But we see right there, just like TF can, if he can, single him out and just take him out before it even matters. It's, yeah, I'm just really happy to see that, because I mean, TF did notice that he's building straight armor instead of getting that Banshee's Veil, so he can't really counter that TF too much.
Nope. Lee Sin here is going to go for the blue and check that out. Or not, he's not going to do it. He's going to walk around it and let TF pick that up on his own, I guess. Maybe he has it already. I'm not too sure. TF poking away with his ability, some nice crits from Caitlyn, that really hurts. Right now she does have, what's her build? She has Bloodthirster, she has Phantom Dancer, and yeah, that is enough to poke down. Even on Cho'Gath it kind of hurts, but you know, it's gonna hurt even more when she gets some armor pen as well.
Right. And actually, Rise taking a little bit of damage here. Dan didn't actually dive in over the wall, and this is not good for him. He's kind of caught off guard. We see TF actually pushing over the wall, picking up that Rise kill, and a really nice ultimate from GP as well. And someone get a really nice ultimate on the Janna, who will be taken down as well. And looks like they will be able to pick up this other tower too. Now it looked really bad for Dan Din there, but Kramer is like, I got you, bro, and flashed over the wall and saved him. And now Tristana, wow, at least he's trying to kick back that Tristana, who actually does rocket jump away, luckily enough to get ahead of him just far enough to not be hit by that. Yeah. And now we see 2 inhibitors for Fortnite, and I don't know, this is not looking good for Legion. It looks like it will be going for a game 3 here.
Yeah, are they going to push for the win though? Are they going to have enough? I think they might. We'll see how it goes. There's the first turret, and they are now poking away with Caitlyn's nice damage on the second one. Alistar popping his ultimate to kind of disrupt this, but there's not much they can do. This was way too much damage, and the dragon kick goes down, and that is going to be a kill on Alistar. And Tristana is trying to poke away at Sona, maybe getting a last kill before this Nexus actually falls. Caitlyn and TF is obviously trying to get away, but actually they might not be able to do it just now. They are going to have to focus on the champions and get a couple of more kills before they finish off this game. And Rise doing a good job getting that Sona, getting some revenge.
Flashing in the trap.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Are they gonna see us? Are we gonna see a Nexus dive? No, unfortunately not. But yeah, unfortunately we saw that Alistar lagged out a bit. But on the positive end, we are gonna see another game. That's always awesome.
Victory. There you go, Gergie. Sorry, I was just checking out something. But yeah, that game was completely like opposite of what happened last game.
Yeah, I like really the last team fight there.
Kind of
took
that, and really unfortunate that that Mortis is actually lagging out too bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't like that last team fight. Like we saw that Team Fortnite were kind of at a very nice position. They were at a nice advantage, and Gangplank kind of overextended on purpose through their turret, and TF just surprise flashed them over the wall and burnt down Rise there. I think that was a very nice move. Also, the fact that when Caitlyn is where she was right now in this game, it's just so annoying because that range, man.
Right, and it actually looks like Legion is trying to reschedule because of how bad a lot of Mortis is lagging out.
Okay, then. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put on some ads right now, and we'll be right back with more analysis from this game. Right?
Right. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really
That
unfortunate.
lag really affected him. And to all people who can actually hear this right now, shame on you for having ad block.
Shame on you. Shame on you all. Right, I'm gonna be right back.
Really... Okay. I can't tell if the ad's done. I'm kind of just sitting here awkward like. Okay. So I'm assuming the ads are done right now. Oh, no, I just hit the ads on the stream.
I am back. We are back. Have you been entertaining the viewers?
I have not. I've been sitting here awkwardly quiet. But it looks like LgN and Fortnite are rescheduling their match, so we will not see a Game 3 out of them today. Maybe tomorrow or later today? I don't know.
Okay, well that is very unfortunate, although I do understand it. If you have that kind of bad ping, it's going to be very hard to compete at this level. So yeah, I guess we should sum it up then. This is ggClassic. We've been seeing Team Fortnite versus LgN. The first game went to LgN. They played a very well. Like, that game was insane. Honestly, I'm gonna watch that replay at least once. And if you guys didn't manage to catch that game that we costed before this one, it was truly an epic game that went back and forth a couple of times with some truly amazing Baron fights. And Team Fortnite obviously coming back strong in this game and grabbing the kills, the win there. So we are going to see another game, but it's going to be postponed too. Do you have any idea of when we are going to see that?
Not sure. Not being informed yet. But I'm sure that they'll try to get it casted, or that Monte Cristo will try to get it casted, and hopefully we'll be able to see the Game 3 of it, because this is a really interesting series, 1-1, and Game 1 was so close and so intense. I really want to check out that third one. All right, but yeah, so other than that, there will be a CLG versus Icons of Vanity at 5 p.m. So in 2 hours, actually an hour and 40 minutes from now, that game will be happening on this stream, but it will be on stream 1 instead of 2. And also, if you guys are not sure, this actually is the ggClassic and has been running for, well, this is the second week, and this is actually the best of 16. So next week will be the best of 8 and the quarterfinals. And yeah, and you have to give a shout out to Stock Exchange, is actually sponsoring this tournament really heavily with the $5,000, and not to mention the giveaways they're doing. They've been giving away RP and giving away some shirts and some other prizes, and not to mention they actually this week are giving away a video card. So if you're interested in actually kind of winning that, make sure to go to gaming.stockexchange.com, and you have to register there. And once you do, put ggClassic, I believe it is, in your profile, and that will automatically enter you into that. You can win the video card, you can win RP, and some other prizes as well.
The site is really cool as well. Like, check it out for sure. It's a very neatly weighed out. They put a lot of effort into that site, and it's very professional and neat. So definitely check those out. Also, if you want some League of Legends content to watch while you're waiting for the next game, you can always check out But I Love You's YouTube channel, which consists of a lot of different contents. For instance, you have the Old in 10 episodes where he very nicely and calmly interviews a LoL professional player, and you know, gets to the gist of it, like the meaty, nice meta thingies of Doom, and really it's very, like, I learn a lot from watching those, so feel free to check those out.
Well, don't sell yourself short. What about your channel? You have some really funny stuff up there. The guides are actually really well done. Potentially even better than the ones on a Riot. I enjoy watching yours better
Oh,
or
careful now, mate.
more.
Careful. They will come and get you.
I said it. Okay.
It's out there.
And yeah, his channel it's youtube.com/sp4zie. And by the way, your Ezreal guide, the intro to that is the most favorite clip ever. When you're skiing or actually sliding across the ice and almost hitting, or pretty much hitting the cameraman. And I like your epic moment series you got going on. The banana, which unfortunately did not say this cast, but some really fun stuff up there. And also make sure to check out a cipher. That was single-handedly my favorite cipher that's been done. And if you guys know what that is, it's kind of like this rap battle that's been going around the community between YouTubers. But definitely check out his stuff. He has some really funny things. And always enjoy watching it. And hopefully we start streaming some more Terraria again, because you actually do stream that, right?
Yeah, I do stream. Like, I've just been so busy, so I will try and do that. Thanks for those nice words, by the way. You know I love you, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So much love going on.
Compared to my name, you know I love you.
Ooh, I see what you did there. You're quite a clever one, aren't you? So, yeah, are we gonna shut down the stream for now, or are we gonna roll the movie thingy?
I believe